I'm Danielle. I go by Dan. My mom and sister call me that, so I like to be called that. Um, what do I do? I'm an Oakland native, community member. I feel like that resonates a lot with me because it speaks into how I show up um, with friends, with family, and just people that I meet. And I'm a student acupuncturist. I'm a traditional um, body worker. And then I'm also kind of starting and nurturing this journey with like traditional birth work. And just like acupuncture and massage therapy, I kind of started that journey through curiosity. Sometimes I'm also a mom too. I think that also kind of speaks to how I show up, but that's who I am. I guess that's what I do. I'm also an artist. I'm waiting to graduate and finish my master's to kind of start to come back to that practice. But yeah, the first immersion I did was last year, and I only did, I think, maybe like a day pass. I think it's maybe for like 2 days or so. And it was, I'm more like hyper focused on postpartum care. I feel like I'm able to show up because I'm still a student, I'm still a mother, and there's a baby over there. and, and so there was like more of a focus on how we show up during that time. And that was also a focus of mine when I was going through this transition, and becoming a mother as well. Everything was so focused on postpartum, not much on pregnancy, not much on the birth. Everything was kind of geared towards that. So being in that space and then kind of getting a different insight onto what I received during my postpartum period. Um, I can't put the words for it, how it was for me to kind of be on this other side and have the perspective of now maybe giving that medicine versus like just receiving it. And then also kind of, yeah, just being in that space a little bit differently. I feel like to be in the giving and receiving that full, both of those things, create a different and deeper relationship with it. So fast forward to now being for a full week immersion. I think the integrations, I was always kind of itching to get back into this space. Being shown different ways to use fabric, different ways to kind of be with the body and focus less on like all these, I don't know, what's wrong with the body and all this illness, and there's a name for that, and there's a herb for that, and there's it that's not so much what we're doing here. And it's just nice to kind of just see the person as whole, and it's nice to see me as whole, and it's nice to not be in a space where I have to, I guess, be this almost like an imposter, because a lot of, I think, practitioners are trained to have the answers, have the solutions, and never look at the environment and never look at community and never look at family and never question those things. And I think that's where traditional birth work just has me in awe, because it does all of that and somehow still contains it and somehow also challenges to make it sustainable. Um, and I think that's what I'm kind of downloading from being here, kind of doing the full immersion this time around. And then also understanding like this whole difference between like, okay, we're training doulas versus traditional birth workers. I'm like, okay, I see what Sumayyah is talking about. I'm seeing how putting more band-aids on it, to be able to identify band-aids in the wellness industry, in this field of medicine, being able to identify band-aids versus what's going to nurture and pour and invest into your children and your community and your friends is very different. Those are two different things. And I feel like this immersion has made it very clear with what my responsibilities are, how to make it sustainable. And it just feels good being here. And the fact that I can bring my child, I can come as a full person and also be held in that way, and then leave here with even more community that can support me even. It's just like, it's everything. Yeah.